G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. Why buy from the shops when you can make it at home for a fraction of the cost? It is so easy, so delicious. So join me today as I make my version of a no-knead cinnamon raisin bread. Okay, so we're going to prepare this whole thing in one bowl. So we're going to start off with the dry ingredients. So first I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, followed by 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of dry active yeast. So just give that a quick mix just so it's combined. Okay, so next I'm going to add in 3 cups of regular plain all-purpose flour. And then about a cup of raisins, because it wouldn't be raisin bread without the raisins. So just mix everything just until it's all well combined. Okay, so now that we've combined our dry ingredients, lastly I'm going to add in 3/4 of a cup of milk and 3/4 of a cup of water. And just get in there and give it a good mix until it's all well combined. Okay, so you should get to the point where it's all pretty sticky, but it all stays together in one big dough ball like so. See how it just pulls off the side? That means it's perfectly mixed. Now what we have to do is just get some cling wrap, and we're just going to cover it up so it's nice and airtight. And we're just going to let that sit here on the bench at room temperature for 15 hours. Okay, so it's been 15 hours, and as you can see it has now doubled in size. And I love getting up in the morning and smelling that yeast. Really does have that lovely bread smell. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So we're just going to lightly flour just a work surface, just so nothing sticks. And we're going to grab our dough. It's going to be pretty sticky, so just get in there and pull it out of our bowl and just place it onto a floured surface. And give it a quick flour on top. Now again, we don't need to knead this, we just want to fold it over a couple of times. Just like so. And that's it. It is that simple. We just want to get the air out. So no kneading, no mixing. And we're just going to roughly shape it, make sure it's nice and flat on all sides. Be afraid to put a bit more flour on there so it's not so sticky. Same with the bottom. And just shape it like so. Just so it's all nice and round. Okay, so once it's shaped, just going to gently place it onto a baking tray that I'll line with non-stick baking paper. And just give it a little sprinkle with some more flour just to prevent any more sticking. And all we have to do now is just grab a tea towel. We're just going to cover it up just like that, and we're going to leave it for 1 hour to give it a chance to rise. Okay, so it's been an hour, so just remove our tea towel, and as you can see it has risen and expanded nicely. Now one last step before we place it into the oven. With a sharp knife we're just going to score the top just lightly, and this will just help prevent it from breaking apart in the oven while it's cooking. So we're going to place it into a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. Now our bread's out of the oven. I've let it cool down for about 10 minutes. As you can see, it is lovely. It's nice and crispy on the outside, and it's going to be soft in the middle. And just look at that. Perfectly cooked raisin cinnamon loaf. So I love how it's nice and crisp on the outside, but when you put some butter on it, it's going to be nice and soft in the middle. So the raisins by themselves already make this fantastic, but when you add that cinnamon, it really does take it up a notch. So it's an incredibly simple recipe to make. Very simple bread, but a very delicious one too. Takes no time at all to prepare. Most of the time is just spent with it proofing. So there's no kneading done whatsoever, but it's going to taste just as good as any other version you're going to try. So just place some butter on it and have it with a fresh cup of coffee, because I guarantee when you bite into this, it's going to taste simply delish.